Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 25th. Let's see what we have going on for you at this time. Let's see what comes up right now. And it looks very good, I have to say, so far. A lot of stuff about love, possibly. So let's take a look here. You start off with the Six of Diamonds. Very lucky card. Very good. I feel like you've had this card a couple of times within the last couple of weeks. And it's a very good card of luck and your luck changing, opportunities to be lucky, chances to do new things. It is a card that says you could be very internal and, very hold back. This card says don't hold back, don't be withdrawn, let your true messages out, let your stuff out. Sometimes this is a card where you're sitting at work in a meeting and you have an idea and it could be a really good idea, but then you're like, I'm not going to share it because I'm nervous. This is a card of not doing that. It's a card of sharing your ideas, because it basically says that if you don't share your ideas, you're holding yourself back, you're not allowing yourself to move forward. It's also a card that says maybe you have an idea to apply to some sort of position or job that you don't think you can get, and this card says do it anyway because you'll probably get it and you should do it. Next you have the Three of Hearts. As always, I say this is just an indicator card, and it just says things are moving in a positive direction for you, and also to me it just makes the whole reading more positive. Next you have the Queen of Hearts. Can represent your mother, so if your mother is around, or even if she's not, you could be getting messages in your dreams or something like that from your mother. Listen to those messages. Also, on top of all that, this card represents the birth of something new. So if you are trying to start something new, this is a very good card for doing that. Next, you have the Four of Hearts, card of commitments. I think that, a lot of you could be just, on one hand, this can represent commitments in love, yes. And, it can represent people committing to you, which I think could happen to a lot of you. But I think for most of you, this is just you committing to something. Like you being committed to your job, or you committing to a new direction in life. And I feel like a lot of you could be making these very committed changes. But I will say, if even just looking at the rest of your cards here, if you are getting into a new relationship this week, or if you have recently started a new relationship, this can say that it is a very committed relationship, and it could be a very good relationship for you. Next, you have the Three of Diamonds. Double check all your paperwork this week, especially if you're involved in anything legal or anything involving the government or anything along those lines. Definitely double check all paperwork. This can represent problems with paperwork. It can also represent delays with money and money matters. I always say whenever this card comes up, if you're submitting a project to a client, or dealing with clients or something like that, be very clear about your terms and when you get paid and all this other stuff, because it can represent a delay there. But other than that, it just says double check all your paperwork. And then finally, you have the Joker. A couple of signs have had this card this week. So very busy week. It just says, it's going to be very busy. You could be doing a lot of different things, putting a lot of energy into a lot of different projects. It's kind of like a card of mastery, and also, being very good at dealing with a bunch of different things at once. There's really no other way to say it. So a lot of you could be just very busy this week in dealing with a lot of stuff, being very busy. But let's see what else. It's also a card of needing to have fun. You do have some cards of needing to meet up with friends and stuff. So if you have opportunities to do that, I would take advantage of those opportunities for sure. But looks like a great week. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.